You wake up, or, well, not really, you're born. Suddenly, you're here, crammed into a dark, cozy den with your siblings, who are squirming around like caffeinated hamsters. Mom, she hasn't eaten in months, but here she is, keeping you alive with the last crumbs of her strength. You, on the other hand, are blind, clueless, and unaware that the forest outside would chew you up and spit you out like yesterday's leftovers if it had the chance. For weeks, life is simple. You squeak, you sleep, and sometimes you squirm. But nothing stays cozy forever. Winter eventually ends, and so does the all-you-can-sleep buffet. One fine spring morning, Mom decides it's time for you to start pulling your weight. She claws open the den, and bam! You're dragged into the blinding brightness of spring. The world is huge, big, loud, and full of smells your tiny brain can't even process. Trees loom like skyscrapers, snow melt underfoot, and your siblings tumble around like they've hit the forest equivalent of happy hour. That's when it hits you. You're small, weak, and, most importantly, delicious. Mom isn't here to hold your paw. She's here to make sure you don't become someone's midnight snack. From day one, she's all about tough love. Think Navy SEAL training, but with claws. She smells danger before it's even a thing. Like this one afternoon, you're happily chewing on a twig, living your best life, when Mom freezes. Her head snaps up like a bear-shaped radar, nostrils flaring. And then you hear it, a growl, so menacing it could narrate a true crime podcast. Wolves. They burst out of the bushes, drooling like they've spotted the dinner special. You're too scared to blink. But Mom? Oh, she's got main character energy. She rears up, roars loud enough to rattle the trees, and dives into battle. Claws flash, blood sprays, and before you can say bear brawl, the wolves are bolting. Mom stands there, fur matted with blood, and gives you a look that screams, "Pay attention or you're next." By summer, you're starting to get the hang of things, or so you think. You watch Mom fish like a pro, snatching salmon out of rivers with the precision of a sushi chef. You try to copy her, but your first attempt? Yeah, you face plant into the river, while the fish practically laugh at you. Mom just stands there, probably wondering if you're even hers. Your first kill, a rabbit, comes on a hot summer day. 1 second, it's hopping through the bushes. The next, your instincts take over. You pounce, claws swiping, and suddenly, it's over. You're holding a rabbit burger, no bun. It's messy, awkward, and far from graceful, but hey, it's a start. As the months roll by, you get stronger. By your second year, you're feeling unstoppable. That is, until you meet him. He's a bear, a massive bear. He shows up one spring morning while you're fishing with Mom. She steps forward, roaring a challenge that shakes the riverbank. He doesn't flinch. What follows is a WWEMM. Yeah, well, that is. Much better, I think, than Mom. Rather than fleeing from home, rather than finding the depths of thought, Muhammad shows up one spring morning, like he just got schooled. It's a lesson you'll never forget. The forest doesn't belong to the biggest bear. It belongs to the one who refuses to quit. Then, one day, Mom doesn't come back. No farewell speech, no dramatic exit. She's just gone. Suddenly, you're alone. The forest feels bigger, scarier, and a lot more interested in making you its next meal. The first few weeks are a mess. You stumble around like a clueless tourist, narrowly avoiding disaster. Your first win comes when you find a deer carcass. You dive in, tearing into the meat like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. But just as you're thinking life's finally throwing you a bone, snap! A twig breaks behind you. Another bear. He's bigger than you, and he's not here for a friendly chat. You run like your life depends on it, because it does. By the time you stop, you've learned two things. One, you're still hungry, and two, the forest doesn't care. Fast forward to year 4, and the tables have turned. You're 700 pounds of muscle, claws, and confidence. Other predators steer clear, and younger bears give you the side eye before retreating. One day, you catch a younger bear digging into a fresh kill. He sees you, freezes, and bolts. You don't even chase him. Why bother? The food is yours. Years pass, and you feel the shift. Your once powerful body isn't what it used to be. Younger bears are testing you, and the fights leave you limping longer. One winter, after a rough battle, you retreat to an old den. It feels smaller, quieter. As the snow falls and the cold settles in, you curl up, breathing slow. The forest doesn't mourn its kings. It simply waits for the next one to rise.